Hello and welcome to Light Waves by todderbert. In front of us is the Klarus E8. This is a 180 degree swivel head multi-light source everyday carry pocket flashlight. You can find it selling on Amazon USA for right around $24.99. It's available in black, green, gray, and silver. Of course, I got the green, loving it. So look at the box. Klarus, got a picture of it. Reminds me of the Lumen Owl series. 1000 lumens. 1000 milliamp hour battery, 2-in-1 everyday carry work light. Sweet. Alright, what else we got going on here? Premium aviation grade aluminum alloy build. Sweet. IPX6 water resistant. 1.5 meter drop resistant. 88.5 grams. I can read. Alright, over here, what else we got going on? Yeah, it's a good light. For the money, you're getting quite a bit here. It's in the back, anything, just a sticker. Contact information if you need to know. There we go. Okay, everything out of the box. Let's see what we get. Start a show. Focus. There we go. E8. We get a carry lanyard and a charging cable. Nice. Here, I'll unravel that. So there's our cable, standard USB to USB-C. A lot of cables lately have been coming USB-C to C, which is kind of nice. Here we have a standard carry lanyard. You so desire to use it. And we're manual, so let's just bring this up a little bit. Zoom it on up. Alright, it's like a paper manual. This is the Chinese section. Here's the English. Okay, here we go. Thank you for choosing Klarus products. Alright. Some specs right there, in case I missed something. It's got charging current. It says 1 amp max, though if you're using the modes and charging at the same time, you might exceed that, so be careful. I noticed 1.2 amps on mine, but I'll repeat that further in the video. Okay, cool. What's in the box? What I just showed you. And the layout, how it works. Cool. Open this up. Go through it really fast for posterity. I always like to do that. Up here we have technical specifications. So the main light, we have turbo, high, medium, low, and power saving. Now, if I call it Eco, Moon, Firefly, just bear with me. It's power saving, they're calling it, so I'll try to remember to call it power saving. Side light has a high, medium, low, has a red mode, which is fantastic, and of course a red strobe or red flasher. Nice. There's drop resistance, waterproofing. Nice, there we go. Operational instructions, how to use it right there. It's a little different UI. I have to get used to it. It's kind of like a short press on, long press off. It's kind of hard to remember if you don't use it a lot and use other flashlights. That I'm not used to that being that way, so yeah, hopefully I'll remember to do that, but there you go. Over here we got a lockout feature. Nice. Intelligent thermal protection system. Good to know. The recharging. Okay, cool. It does have a really neat battery capacity indicator. It has 4 blue LEDs on it. I like that. Kind of like a power bank. And wow, it goes right to foreign language. So that's it. Sweet. Okay, we're done with the instructions. Set this aside. Let's go over dimensions really quick. Zoom it on down. Okay. Right away, I'm liking the lines of this little block flashlight. It is kind of blocky, kind of like a Lego brick. But tail stands, you know, it's kind of nice. It's small enough to carry anywhere, so yeah, it could be handy. That's when you look for a light that can carry anywhere, you're going to be using it more often because you're carrying it. That's the easy thing. Yeah, when it's easy to carry, definitely. Love that swivel. Look at that. It's, one-handed. I'm doing this one-handed, no problem. I know some of these are really hard to turn. This one's smooth like butter. I like that. And it has a locking feel, too. Once it makes that turn, it locks. It's a lock to it. Cool. Well, there you go. All right, so dimensions. We have a length of 2 3/4 inches, or 70 millimeters. We have a width of 1 3/8 of an inch, or 35 millimeters. And then we have a height of 3/4 of an inch, or 19 millimeters. There you go. Now let's show it with other lights, give you an idea for just how little this guy is, or how big it is compared. I bring this up a little further. Yeah, about that high. We should be good. We have, what do I have handy? I always have a AA powered flashlight. This is the Through Night Saber in orange. Yeah, it's a cool light. I like it. It runs on 14500s or AA batteries. Let's see what else I got laying around. I guess I have a AA battery. There we go. AA battery. Give you an idea. Awesome. We have an 18650 battery. I think this is a 18650. Let me just check. A Molly cell. There you go. It's a good battery. I like that. About almost tall as that. And then what else do we have handy? We have a 18650 everyday carry This is a basic, non-tactical. It's just got a side switch. No tail, so it gives you an idea. About the shortest 18650s around there. So yeah, TC15 version 3 through night. Just for giving ideas. And if you're into Klarus lights, they also make some pretty cool flat lights as well. I thought I'd bring this out for size comparison. This is their Klarus Flat Tech X2, which is a pretty awesome light. Give you the idea. This one has like an OLED screen on it there. Nice. Lighting up there. Yeah, cool setup. Gives you an idea for size. This is pushing some serious lumens. I don't know. I forget how high. I think it's like over 2,000. So, yeah, it's definitely meant for power, but that gives you an idea. It's tactical, too. It's got the tail switches. But if you're into something different, the X2. Now, if I remember, I'll put the link in the iCard section for this light as well. Klarus makes some pretty cool lights. Yeah, all right. So let's get down to business, talk about features of the E8. And I will do some demoing and do some final thoughts on it as well. So right up front, I probably should go a little even closer. Ooh. I think it's pretty close. What if I get into focus? There you go. So you got some, well, it looks like you got a bezel, aluminum bezel. That's nice. Like a separate little bezel to protect your lens. Well, it looks like it's polycarbonate there. And you got TIR optics. You got two, of course, cool white LEDs. They don't give much information on those, so, but expect a wide diffuse beam with a little bit of throw. So it does generate a little bit of spot. And hopefully you'll get to see that in this video. Try to show you. And of course, I showed you the swivel head action. Again, pretty simple. 180. Now you get this nice vest clip, which is really cool. So you can wear a vest style, jacket, backpack, however you want to do it, or on a tent. You know, now you get this nice little forward light like this, or standard lighting like that. Yeah, I liked how they did that. Nice swiveling action. All right, great. This body is your typical aluminum alloy with a hard anodized finish. Of course, in the green. I like this green color. You know, I do black a lot, and I just got cut up bored, and I like different colors. I like the green typically, and orange, as you saw. I like my orange color. And I like the green. I don't think they had, yeah, they didn't have orange. So they had the silver, the gunmetal gray, and gunmetal gray. I've had a few of those lately, like this color here. They had this kind of gunmetal gray. That's okay, but yeah, I want something a little different, so I went with the green. Yeah, I like it. If they had orange, would I bought it? Probably. I like orange. I'm a fan. But anyway, what else we got going on here? So, got the 4 colors. We have a USB-C charging jack, so we just pop this open. I kind of wish it came with extra charge jackets, but if this breaks off, well, it breaks off, and then you're stuck with an open area you got to protect. But down in there, it's kind of recessed fairly deep. So you got a USB-C charging port. Now, the cool thing about this, it does charge at 1 amp, but I noticed at about 3/4 charge, it was charging around 1/2 amp. But when in use, it charges about 1.2 amps. When I mean in use, this thing can run all the way up to turbo. So it has all modes available while charging. So yeah, if you're riding a bike and you have this mounted somewhere, I guess you could easily mount this on a bike. You could use this as your drive light, possibly. Yeah. If you're using it, you could be charging it while you're using it. So you can keep going. That's a nice thing. But just keep in mind that you don't want to be using turbo because that's a bit much on the probably internal battery to be charging and using that high of a mode. On the back here, we have that nice clip. Now, if you look, it's got like 6, what are those, Allen head, hex heads? Yeah, it's actually 8 if you count the clip. So if you take all those out, you probably could remove this whole back plate and you might have access to the internals, possibly being able to change the battery. Now, I didn't take it apart. I don't know if they sealed it up with glue or if it's O-ring sealed. I don't want to break the seal, so I just left it alone. But I assume if you have the skills, you could probably pop this thing open and service your own light if you have to. So it's not really a throwaway light. You know, some of these were throwaways, you know, where they don't have access as easily to the battery. So I like how they did that. Here's our side switch with our 4 LEDs. So if you just hit this, you can see the lights shining. Those are pretty bright. There's no intensity there, but yeah, they show you 25% increments there, like a power bank. I'm just tapping to increase brightness and long press off. See, I forget that. We have our cob lighting, or our side light. As you can see, it's chips on board. There's multiple little LEDs there. That's nice. So you got 2 rows probably of white and 1 row of red. That's typically how they do it with these lights. And behind a clear acrylic window. I do like that. It's nice and recessed and looks like it's well protected. On the bottom, we got a mag base. It holds up pretty well. Let's see what we got handy. 21700. Flat top holds that battery up, no problem. Will it hold its own weight? Not sure. It does. Look at that. It's magic. So it holds its own weight, which is good. I mean, it is 88 grams, so yeah, definitely nice. Holding this battery, no problem. Yeah, get the drill right. And they're exposed magnets. That's not a bad thing. It's a $25 light, so not too worried about it. Anything else I could talk about? Let's talk about the switch turning on and off. So it has different modes, of course. So let's go through them. So short press to turn it on. Long press to turn it off. Long press turns off any mode. So if you're on turbo or if you're on the side light, I believe long press will turn it off. Let's see. Let's go turbo. Long press, yeah, turns it off. So yeah, so when it's on, the forward lights, you single press to cycle. So that we're starting out at power saving mode. Now it's on low, medium, high, and then back to power saving. Low, medium, high, and then if you double press, turbo. Single press takes you back to your last use mode, and back there. Now we do have mode memory, which is nice. So if we have it here, long press off, and we turn it back on, short press. There you go, same mode. So it remembers the mode. Same with the side light here. Long press off. Okay, what else we got going on here? So from off, if you long press, takes you to the side mode. So let's go ahead and do that. Side mode, so now we're on red. That's where I left it. You single press, go through modes. So we got the flasher. We have the cob. This is like kind of like a warmer light, I would say. I don't know if you can see that. It's definitely warmer versus the forward light. And you have 3 intensities there. So you have a low, medium, and high. And I pictured in the garage, what I'm going to show you in a second, on high. So there you go. So 3 intensities. Not bad. I like that red. That red's nice. That's good for radio use too as well. We'll get to doing that. And then if we just long press off and short press on, then we have our main light. You can see it's kind of a cool, more cool white versus a side light. And then we do have an electronic lockout. So let's go ahead and long press off. So from off, it's 3 presses, 1, 2, 3, and it locks the light out. And I don't believe you have any access to the light whatsoever. It acts like it's dead. So 3 clicks brings it back online like I just did. See, off, long press, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, almost did 4. Now we're locked out, and then 1, 2, 3, see, 1, 2, 3, count it. There we are, back on. That's how that works. And I'm cycling it instead of turning it off. So from on or off, of course, I said double press does turbo. Now there's no main light strobe, so if you're wondering, it doesn't have that. I kind of wish it did. It has a strobe or a beacon, but I usually mention it at the end of the video. So let's head to the garage where I took some pictures, and then we'll come back for a benchtop demo and then do some final thoughts on the E8. Yes. Before I zip away, though, I do want to mention that this is IPX6 waterproof. I think it showed in the manual. And, of course, 1.5 meter drop resistance. And, of course, the internal battery is 1,000 milliamp hour with some decent runtime, which we're going to talk about right now. So let's head to the garage where I took some pictures. So here I'm in the garage, 15 feet away from the garage door. The light's on turbo. This is 1,000 lumens. Expect a runtime of 1.5 hours. I'm guessing that's with throttling because there's just no way you can sustain that 1,000 lumens that long and that capacity of a battery. And expect an overall throw of 110 meters. Now we're headed to high. This is 300 lumens. Expect a runtime of 3.25 hours and a throw of 55 meters. High is probably what I use most often. I would recommend most people use, especially when walking around outside. Now we're on medium mode, 65 lumens. Expect a runtime of 7 hours and a throw of 30 meters. Medium is another good mode, 65 lumens. It's that kind of medium middle mode, which is great. Okay, now we're on low. This is 30 lumens. Expect a runtime of 15 hours and a throw of 20 meters. It kind of depends on what you need. If you need a low or medium, kind of depends on your situation. Sometimes switching it to low will get you those extra runtime. Okay, now we're headed over to power saving mode. This is 6 lumens. Expect a runtime of 82 hours and a throw of 8 meters. So if you can use 6 lumens, especially in a power outage situation, you might want to use this because 82 hours of runtime is fairly decent for a small pocket light. And now I took a picture of the side light in action. This is red, 10 lumens. It illuminates some area really nice here. 10 lumens will run 9 hours and have a throw of 6 meters. Now switching over to the side light on high. This is 300 lumens, expect a runtime of 3 hours, and a throw of 26 meters. Okay, let's head back to the bench here. So we'll do a quick demo. Let's just go ahead and click this on, turn off these lights, and have some fun. So on the bench, you get an idea of the beam pattern. You can see a cool white, definitely cool white there. My camera hasn't adjusted yet. It will, but yeah, it's going to start looking warmer. That's cool white, bringing it in. So you get this kind of diffused edge with a little bit of a hot spot in the center, as you can see there. Probably the two LEDs converging. So there you go. There's your little hot spot and a little bit of spill. Well, actually, quite a bit of spill. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. This is the power saving mode. So let's go ahead and aim it at the ceiling, go through the modes, aiming up, and then single clicking. So there is low, medium, high, and I'm going to double press for turbo. There's turbo. Turbo's lighting up everything. Here's turbo at the table. Yeah, it's definitely going to light up everything pretty nicely here. 90 degrees to the wall, about 10 feet away. Up at the ceiling, about 4 feet away. Yeah, it's lighting everything up nicely. Let's bring it back down. So we're going to go back to eco. Or I'm calling it eco. It's power saving. It's funny, it's power saving mode. All right, so let's bring out our radio. So actually, you know what? Let's do red light. I forgot to show you that. Okay, so off. Okay, let's long press. And from off, long press. There's our red. Nice. If you can handle flashing, look away. And our flasher. Okay. It's like a little rave. Okay. Here we are with our side light. This is nice. So you get like a little reading lamp. If you have a way to mount it, like, well, you get the magnet base. You could magnetize it to a metal cabinet or something, or a car, whatever you're working on. That's nice. I believe this is low. I don't know. I forget what it is. I think it starts out low, goes to medium. So let's go ahead and medium, high. So we got low. Oh, we're going through the whole modes. Low, medium, high. It goes through all 5 modes, which is kind of a bummer. I wish it had white on separate, but that's okay. That way you could choose red instead of just white. Sorry if it's clicking on your ear there. It's ceiling. Medium, high. There we go. All right, so let's bring out the radio. Yeah. Yeah, don't like that, does it? Doesn't mind red, though. Sweet.
But I gotta show a lot of love to OG Ananobi. He's been spectacular all throughout this postseason.
Nice. Yeah, that works. Protect your night vision.
He got it done on both ends of the floor. Been knocking down his three, showing his versatility, being a hell of a slasher off the ball, and open up the offense for the New York Knicks. And then he allows the New York Knicks to go
okay. Forward light.
Is the most important player on the New York Knicks once they consistent where they're trying to go. And if he continues to play at this level, there's nothing that's going to stop the Knicks from winning the series and advancing or getting out of the Eastern Conference.
Okay. There you go. You get the idea, right? So RF5, if you look, the red was doing good. Turbo was nothing on turbo, nothing on the red. A little bit with eco. Eco's going to work. You just got to hold it away from the radio. You should be fine. With smaller radios, now bigger radios might pick up that RFI more, but with little radios, it'll be fine. You'll probably use it with a smaller radio anyway, like a Skywave. There you go, Skywave 2 in the house. Yeah, we're a portable radio channel first, lights second, but I do enjoy my flashlights, and I know you guys do too. I mean, if you got portable radios, you're going to have portable lighting. They go together, you know, they do. All right, let's go ahead and turn this off, do some final thoughts. Long press. See, it's getting used to that long press thing. What the frick? I'm so used to like just picking up a flashlight and like, you know, you just pick it up and on, off, on, off. Short press, but you know, you get used to it. So, say it spins. Rock on, Iron Man. Yeah, so there you go. Likes, dislikes, and my final opinion. So, quality build. Red secondaries. Yeah, I like having the red. That's nice. Low cost, $25. You know, $24.99. You're getting your money's worth here for $25. I'd say yes. If it's on sale, even better. But for $24.99, go snag one. You really like this thing. It's just feels substantial, feels premium. Yeah, Klarus, they make a good light. There's a lot of these out there, like some weird ones you can't pronounce the names. But if you're looking for something like this, yeah, Lumen and Klarus, they make some good ones. I think Klarus, they have this one down pretty well. I'm going to say this is a winner for sure. I haven't gotten to my final thoughts, but I'm kind of hinting on it, aren't I? Mode memory. Hey, it even has mode memory. The flexible lighting options. Of course, I love the swivel light. I love the cob lighting. It works. Not bad. I do like the fact that all the modes are available while charging. That's a big deal, especially if you're, camping and you need to have a light source, plus you need to charge it. Having that is great. I do like this vest pocket clip. Very nice. Nice and wide. Very useful there. Very handy to have. It looks like you can service this thing too, so there's a bonus there. Of course, I mentioned Swivel Head. Yes, love that. The mag base. I love how strong this mag base is. Fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. No strings attached. Fantastic. What else do I like? That's pretty much sums it all up. I mean, let's mention everything about this light. So dislikes and wants. Well, I mentioned it before. A beacon mode or some type of strobe flasher on the main light. That would be nice. Down on the bottom doesn't really matter to me too much, but an enclosed magnets would be nice. I don't know if these don't feel like they'll scratch anything because they're like inset. I don't know if you can see that, and it's smooth here. It doesn't feel rough, so I don't think you're gonna scratch this like if you put it on the side of a car panel or something, like a fender. You should be okay. But yeah, just check before you do that to make sure it doesn't scratch anything. But it would be nice if this was like enclosed, inside the body of the light. But they opted to press it in from the outside. Maybe it's a cheaper process, is my guess. I'm thinking it is, than trying to put it in from the inside. I don't know. What do you guys think? But that's one of my main things. That's no big deal. So overall, E8 brings serious competition in the vest pocket light category for sure. And I recommend, it's a recommended buy from todderbert at $24.99 and below. Anything over $25, well, you know the drill. You can start getting some pretty cool options out there. Like this Flat Tech X2. I mean, this is awesome. It doesn't have red light or anything, but it's a powerhouse for sure. And the OLED screen and everything. Yeah, it's got turbo on the back here. Cool light. But yeah, just options out there for you. But yeah, $24.99 below, winner all day long, E8. So hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like if you did. 2, if you like Klarus products, want to see more, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified. And 3, comment down below what you think about the E8. Would it make it your lineup in your current flashlight collection? Let me know. It'd be something you'd want to use every day of the week. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.